righty, there we go. So, hello and welcome, Liz. Working with Coach Castle now. Now, you've been working with me for a month, 3 weeks?
Yeah, a month.
About a month. And how much weight have you lost?
About 20 pounds, maybe.
18?
Yeah, something like that.
And we're just now learning the exercises. So
yeah.
We haven't even exercised yet. Have we talked diet?
We've talked about a lot of stuff, but yeah.
Not too crazy about anything.
No.
Very minimal changes.
Right.
Very minimal changes every day.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing more than an hour of work. Very, very tiny amounts of work.
Right.
You get a couple daily check-ins.
Yes.
You're not doing any dieting. You're not like, I have to eat this, I have to eat that. I haven't even told you what to eat or what not to eat. I've just said, try to do this and try to do that. You're not tracking your food. You're not doing anything crazy, right?
No.
And yet the weight's just coming off. And we're just today learning exercises.
Yes.
So guys, I just want to point out again, the reason I'm saying this is because you don't have to be exercising to lose weight. You don't have to be on some crazy diet to be losing weight. Liz is, roughly speaking, 3 pounds a week in the beginning, as is expected. It'll slow down soon, but for right now, just by increasing cardio, taking the correct supplementation, sleeping enough, and trying to eat healthier by her own definition, she's already lost almost 20 pounds in a month. There's no reason any of you guys can't do this. I say this all the time. All you have is all you need. If you have a pair of legs, you can walk. You can do cardio, the best kind of cardio. You don't need a gym for your workouts. You can do them in the comfort of your home. You don't need any of this stuff. You need the right knowledge. Liz is getting all the right knowledge. She's making tremendous progress. She's probably my favorite client at the moment because she's so fun to be around. I mean, you're not going to see the humor aspect, but she's fun to be around.
Thank you.
We just went over the basic training, her basic movements, filmed her basic movements so that when she goes home, she goes to her gyms, even if she's at a hotel gym, an unfamiliar gym, she can go online, click on this video, see the exact movements performed correctly with her body, with the correct angles, anywhere she wants, anytime she wants, no confusion. One of the best things about biomechanics is only one best movement for every muscle on your body. However, that movement can be performed a variety of ways, as you're learning now. And that was the purpose of today. All of this was done in an hour and a half. She's a tremendous quick learn. So nurse, nurses already know about muscles and stuff, kind of helps a little bit. But then supplementing that with my knowledge, you're learning very rapidly about these things. And we're hopefully on goal to be losing roughly 50 to 60 pounds within hopefully 3 to 4 months.
Yes.
So anyways, guys, stay tuned with Liz, stay updated with the progress, give her your support and love, and just can't wait to see the new her in a few months. And I mean, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. If you're not doing this, you have access to all of my videos and information. Get started. No one's going to do the work except for you.
That's right.
Nobody's putting the food in your mouth. Nobody's going to do the sleep. Those weights aren't picking themselves up, guys. Get to work on your life. It's your life, and nobody gives a shit about you as much as you do. Okay, so this is one of the best things about having you close enough to me that I can have you come over here and meet up with me, is that I can actually walk you through the exercises you're going to be doing, like literally walk you through them. Then I'm going to film you doing them for multiple reasons. So number one, all of these exercises are really, they're easy to do. None of them are hard. They're not complicated. Nothing is ever going to hurt because these are the best movements, the most natural. You know about biomechanics now, so you know these are the best movements you can be doing. Now, each one of these exercises, while it has a perfect movement, it has a perfect resistance curve, and it has these perfect things, you can do them multiple ways. So that's what I'm going to be demonstrating, is that as long as the resistance is originating from opposite the line of the insertion to origin of the muscle, you will be pulling effectively. So there's a bunch of examples I'm going to use, but a common example I always use is when you're doing a laying down front deltoid press, your back is on the bench, you're lying down, you're holding dumbbells, and the dumbbells are going up and down like this. It's obviously training your front deltoid. Perfectly, it's the perfect movement. However, if I was to take cables, hold cables, sit upright in a bench, like this, vertically sit upright in a bench, and have the cables originate from directly behind me, the cables are just redirecting gravity. So I'm doing the exact same movement with cables as I would be with dumbbells, except instead of laying down, I'm sitting in a comfortable position, allowing for easier breathing. So again, I like to take these things into consideration, not only for the fact that lots of times, as you know, you might not have access to the perfect gym, to a cable machine, to the right setup. Sometimes you got to make do with dumbbells or a park gym or whatever. So if you understand the actual, what I mean when I say the resistance opposite the target muscle, you can work out anywhere with anything. I mean, you're probably starting to get that now, though, with the way that you've seen me do things sometimes. You don't need anything to train. You don't need machines. You don't need trainers. You don't need gyms. The gym machines are terrible anyways. Usually they're not even designed right. I mean, well, you know.
Yeah.
So, again, the benefit is having you here. I'm going to walk you through each one of these. The equipment that you actually have access to, I'm going to be duplicating those movements here. So you'll have the exact video of you doing the movement from the side, watching your angles move through the correct patterns. So before I say, hey, today's your, whatever, Tuesday core day, so go to your videos, look at your core day, watch yourself go through the movements, and then you go and you do them. There's no screwing it up that way,
Right.
you know?
Okay.
And just a reminder, today, it is a learning day. So you're not going to be doing anything heavy, nothing will be stressful, everything's going to be very easy. And even when you're doing these on your own for the first couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, I want everything to be very easy. I don't want you to be sweating and dying and anything else. I need you to be learning the movements, the patterns, and the time under tension speeds you're going to be applying. So when it comes time to do the real weight, you're ready. And your correct movement patterns, you're not compromising anything. So a quick run through is very beneficial. You're a nurse, so you've been looking at this kind of stuff a long time. So you know all about these muscles, but here's what we're going to get into today. Now, you don't actually have to learn every single exercise I would normally teach everybody. It depends on who needs what, with what, etc. Some people like myself do 26, 27 exercises. You don't need that many. You don't have to do as many breathing exercises as I do or anything else to do. You don't have to do neck strengthening exercises, you know. But you do have to do these primary movements. So, very simple. Bicep curl, okay? Tricep press, you know the tricep is the opposite muscle. Abdominal crunch you're going to do with cables today, as well as on an inclined bench, as well as on the floor. Just so you know how to comfortably perform each one. Obviously your abdominals are here. Back curl, also known as a back extension. Up, and then you're going to do a curl up like so. Again, we'll be showing you, but that's going to be training your rector spinae. What that is that long chain muscle, you know, on your back. That is your back. You don't have a lower back. That's the chain. That's what you're going to be training with surprisingly lightweight. Front deltoid press, we covered that already, but this will be training your front deltoids. People really seem to struggle with the concept of shoulders. I'm not sure why they've shoulder day. Shoulders are real simple, okay? This is not your shoulder. This is your trap. You don't train your traps on shoulder day unless you're training traps and shoulders. Your shoulders are just 3 muscles. That's it. No more, just 3. You have a front deltoid, which is positioned here. You want to always have your arm like this to be training your front deltoid, always with the palm up. It puts the bone in the right position because of where it's located on the humerus. Anyways, this is your front deltoid. Your lateral deltoid moves laterally, surprise! And your rear deltoid, this is what people really have trouble with. It's a diagonal muscle. So if you look at an anatomy chart, somebody standing, if you've ever dissected a cadaver, you know this is what the muscle looked like. So the movement must be in the grain. So whenever you see somebody, by the way, doing a rowing movement, a bent over row, a dumbbell row, anything stupid like those rows, they're not training their back. They're training their rear deltoid. They're not training their back because their back does not connect to their arms, as you well know. So your chest, again, misunderstood. I don't know if we've covered this, so just, forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but the chest only requires 1 single movement, not 3. So decline chest is the best. This is very simple to understand. When you're standing neutrally like this, as an anatomy chart would show you, it does show you that the fibers seem to be going up and like this, attached to the center here. However, as soon as you raise your arms and you put your arms in this position, all of the fibers are now pointing down. Every single one of them is pointing down. Meaning, and you can check this at anytime you want to check your pump. You know, Terry Crews, the guy who's always do the chest pumping. He cannot do that. It's physically impossible for him to do that with his arms in this position. He couldn't do it if you put a gun in his mouth. I don't care. I know he's the king of chest popping. He can't do it. No one can. And that's because the incline bench press does not work your chest. It works your front deltoids. Your front deltoids are what is opposite resistance, not your chest. So anyways, flat bench, of course, works your chest. However, not effectively. Not effectively. That's why we don't do flat bench. If you want effectiveness, it is a 95-degree angle, decline chest. Now you can accomplish this by doing a standing cable press. You can be upside down like this on a bench with dumbbells. You can be sitting with the cables originating like this. You can do it any way you want. The thing you have to make sure is literally just that it's 95 degrees. You want to think about it as cutting your tit in half. Just literally your chest getting cut in half. That's the correct angle. And again, I challenge you, challenge anybody who thinks incline chest works their chest in any way. Say, do me a favor, check your chest pump. What's your chest look? Flex your chest. Flex your chest. Okay, now I need you to do that, but at an incline angle. Impossible. Don't care who you are. Impossible. And what's the goal of weightlifting? To contract the muscle. Well, you can't contract your chest. So, dumbbell, decline, cable, decline, whatever, as long as it's decline. Rear delt pull. Another one of those muscles, you can train it a large variety of ways. You can do it laying down with the cables above you, and you can pull like this. You can do it standing up. You can pull like this. You can do it sitting down. You can pull like, and you can do it a million ways. The point is just that the resistance is opposite the target muscle, so you want it in front of your rear delts, and you pull across diagonally. Lateral pull. I think we talked about this. Very simple. Lats on the back. At the origin, you want to have opposite the weight. So very simple. T stance, 30 degrees up, 30 degrees forward, palm up, and you're just going to pull. That'll be targeting your lat. Scapula pull, this one is tricky. We're not actually going to do this one with any weight today. Most people simply have no idea how to actually retract their scapula using their muscles and resistance. So I'm going to teach you without resistance first so you can start to build a neurological connection. Then we'll be adding resistance, I don't know, in a week or two. You can start trying to fiddle with it then, but you got to actually figure out what it is first. Oblique crunch, very simple. There's two moves you can do for your obliques. You can do an oblique twist. This would be an oblique twist. I'm not going to teach you that one. There's not really a whole lot of point to it for you. The second one would be an oblique crunch. Now the reason there's actually two for this movement is because of the way the muscles are shaped. They go like an X pattern on your side. You actually need two sources of resistance to target appropriately in all directions. You don't. I mean, you're not an athlete, you're not a bodybuilder, you're not a sprinter or a swimmer. I'm not too worried about it. So, oblique crunch. Moving forward, this will be all the upper body and torso moves. These are going to be lower body moves. Except for this one, we're going to talk about this at the end. Leg extension, I'm sure you know what that looks like. It's just you're on the machine, you extend the leg. Hamstring curl, again, a large variety. You can do it standing, laying down, sitting. There's a large variety of ways you can do these things. Step ups, I'm sure you know what a step up is. You haven't done it my way, so we'll do it my way. The step up is for your glute, by the way. Leg raise, very simple. That's for your psoas muscle. You'll be lifting your leg. By the way, I know you probably know this, thank Christ, as a nurse, but this is not your abs. This has nothing to do with your abs. I don't care what anyone says. Your abs do not connect to your leg. You could do this till you were sick and you wouldn't train your abs, okay? It goes for lying down too. So, adduction and abduction, I'm sure you're familiar with those. You know what they are. In and out, the lateral movements of the leg. And then bodyweight squat. I'm going to teach you this one. As you know, I think, don't like squats. I don't like squats with weight, with barbells, those kind of squats. I don't like those. Those are inefficient. Bodyweight squats are great. I like bodyweight squats. Bodyweight squats are good for a multitude of reasons. Not going to get into them today. We'll get into it later. But for right now, I'm just going to teach you how to actually execute one properly. And surprise, it's probably not what you've seen before. So just be aware of that. So anyways, before we get into it, any questions or you want to get into it?
No, let's get into it.
Get into it. Up. Hold. Resist me. Fight against it. Keep your shoulder on the bench. Shoulder on the bench. Fight me. Come on, go. Almost there. Stay with me. Stay focused. everything you got. Full focus, nothing on the table. Go.